What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode, episode number 132. We start today's episode off with some scout reports. I love the way I've got it all set up now, so they all come on the same day, all three in the same month on the same day. It's awesome. But once again, I think I signed one or two of these players and left the rest to just continue the scouting. There again, a couple of those South Korean goalkeepers. The South Korean scout is one I'm most the one I'm most interested in. Sorry, I'm just so tired. The one I'm most interested in. The Argentinian one has found me nothing yet, and the Italian one's found me some okay ones. But anyway, the first game of this episode is away at Fiorentina. And of course, you would have seen the last episode in the last game. Frison came back after that absolutely embarrassing game, an embarrassing performance against Juventus where he let 5 goals in, and it was just having an absolute shocker. Brought Frison back in for the Atlanta game, and he made a couple of fantastic saves. And I wonder whether he'll continue to form against Fiorentina. Well, he conceded a penalty here just after half-time, I think it was. And I was thinking, oh no, he's back to his old tricks again. Might have to completely drop him for the rest of the season. But he got a yellow card here. It wasn't a red card. He deserved to stay on the pitch and have the chance to face the penalty. But I didn't know which side of Alberto Frison we'd see in this game. But when Abdelao stepped up to take the penalty for Fiorentina, Frison pulled off a fantastic save, dives to his left, gets his trailing arm up to the ball and pushes it away. And Frison was showing his form finally. It's an informed Frison in career mode, finally. He didn't manage to stop this one. Babacar with the goal for Fiorentina to put them back on level terms. But he sees Germano here. Some nice skills to get past his man. He was getting his shirt pulled all over the place by this number 3. It was absolutely ridiculous. Won a penalty here, definite penalty. That I don't know why he was complaining. He was just pulling his shirt all over the place, trying to rip it off and swap shirts during the game. And the referee also gave him a yellow card. Chance to level from the spot here. Fiorentina missed their chance to level from the spot. But would Marco Shikushi drop at the chance to make it 2-1 to Milan? No, he wouldn't. Fantastic finish. Call it as you like. Side footed into the corner. 2-1 to AC Milan. And he sees Germano going through here. Fantastic ball into a Lorenzo Insigne. One touch and a half volley. Rockets into the back of the net. What a great finish from Insigne. And 3-1 to Milan. Point sealed at this stage. Corner for Fiorentina got cleared here as the goalkeeper came up for it. But the danger wasn't cleared though, even though the corner was. And the referee gave a penalty. Thought it was quite a dodgy one really, because I thought Ashby actually got to that ball. But the referee said no, that's a penalty, so fair enough. For the second time in the game, Fiorentina would step up and have the chance to score from 12 yards against Alberto Frison. Would he pull off his heroics again? Well, he didn't need to, because the ball was smashed way over the bar. 3-1 to Milan, but it was still an informed performance from Frison. A penalty save, a couple of decent saves as well, and he also put off that penalty taker in the 90th minute. You know he did. Leali in goal for that, and it would have gone straight down the middle and into the back of the net. But with Frison in goal, he missed it. But Frison was coming back to his form, so I thought I might as well keep him in goal. But because he's got such bad stamina, I thought I'll play Leali in the Champions League games, because Leali's a very good goalkeeper despite his stats. He's actually a very, very good goalkeeper. But he came in for this game against Lille. Gave Frison a drop to the bench just for fitness reasons, not for poor performance this time. And Kim Ojo, Mr. Reliable. God, I love this guy back in the career mode series. What a fantastic header there from a great cross from Simon Verdi to make it 1-0 to Milan, which is how the game finishes. So Lille beaten there, and that is 4 wins out of 4 in the Champions League. Fantastic, fantastic start. And as you'll see in just a moment, as you look at the table, we only need 1 point from our remaining 2 games to qualify, which I'm fairly certain we'll be able to do. But of course, the first of the month, so here is a youth squad monthly report. As per usual, a couple of players look quite average, but a couple of them look very, very good. I've said about the need for a South Korean goalkeeper. It's a shame they're so young, but a couple of them look very, very promising indeed. And it looks like we might have a future world star in that area. But here's a squad report as per usual. God, I'm just loving all these green pluses, when it used to be the red minuses, it's now the green pluses. Just redeveloping this Milan squad is so awesome. But Noscerino, you just have to ruin it, don't you? It was all green and then you go and ruin it. But no, it's looking very nice, and a couple of the players developing so nicely. One of those being Germano. Look at all those green attributes, and we of course have a 90 rated player now in El Shaarawy, which is it's great. Yeah, as you can see from this group table, we just need 1 point to qualify as the group winners, I think. Yeah, so yeah, we should do that. We got Basel at home and Porto away, so that should be pretty easy. But he see us take on Palermo here at the San Siro back in his Serie A. It was a really boring game, I've got to be honest. Frison, I mean, he made one decent save, but it wasn't even worth showing, to be honest. It was basically the only highlight of the game. Really boring. And a 0-0 draw means that we are 1 point behind Napoli, 1 point in front of Inter Milan, and I can pretty much tell it's going to be a three-horse race come the end of the season, really. Juventus have picked up some form, but I really don't think they'll be there at the end of the season, and Brescia have been a surprise package, but I don't think they'll be there at the end of the season either. So it's going to be between Napoli, Inter and AC Milan, and hopefully we'll have just about enough like we did last season to win the Serie A once again. But the following game is against Brescia. It's also the last game of the episode, I do believe. Yeah, against Brescia. Rested all my players for this game because it was an Italian FA Cup kind of game, a Coppa Nazionale I think it's called, and Marcano gets a nice assist there. Gotta love it when Marcano comes up with an assist or a goal, and that made it 1-0 to AC Milan. But Brescia weren't going to lie down, as you've seen. They've been a surprise package this season. I think they actually came up last season. Yes, they did. They won promotion from Serie B. Even without Lombardi, they managed to do it and get up to Serie A. And they've been a surprise package sitting in that Europa League spot. But even in this game, they really were dominating. But De Luca crosses the ball in here, and Kim Ojo, once again, Mr. Reliable. What a header into the top of the far corner to make it 2-1 to AC Milan. Fantastic result as things stood, because, like I said, we had our whole team rested, and Brescia have been very good this season. But they just play some really nice football. They just did what most of the AI do on Legendary, and that is just pass the ball around and simply do not give it away. They're so accurate with the passing, and what a fantastic through ball in there to Martino Rini. That was a fantastic ball in, and a simple finish for Brescia's number 16. 2-2 here, but Brescia gave the ball away. Stevanovic with a challenge, placed the ball out wide to De Luca. De Luca down the right hand side, cuts inside with a fake shot and slots the ball into the bottom corner. 3-2, and we just about managed to get the win and go through to the next round of Coppa Nazionale. And like I said, that was a very, very fortunate win, because Brescia, who have been so good this season, well, I've got no doubt in my mind they're definitely going to be a mid-table side at least this season. They're not going to do a whole city and just completely plummet towards the bottom end of the table. But yeah, as always, guys, a big thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. As you can see here, we end it with 2 international friendlies. If you could leave a like on this video, that is awesome. It's much appreciated, and it's some great motivation for me to keep uploading daily. And yeah, it only takes a second. But thanks for watching. Leave a like if you could, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.